Hey guys, so I picked up a few things in the 40% off cosmetic sale. It is from Tuesday to Wednesday, so I'm just going to go through and share with you some of the things that I picked up. And I have actually picked up a few blushes that I am actually going to apply because I don't have any blush on at the moment, which I feel really strange for. But yes, I'll go through and I'll show you what I got. I first picked up the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Foundation. This is the Stay Fresh Foundation Fights Makeup Meltdown, and I got the color 235 Honey. Now, when I was looking at these, I felt as though the color 200, I think it was 200 or 220 Sand, was a better match for me. However, they didn't have any in stock, and I had even asked the lady to have a look if they had any sort of underneath the cabinet, but they had completely sold out. So this was a very similar match, but I felt as though this came across quite yellow, and I do have neutral undertones in my skin, but I picked this one up anyway just in case I couldn't get the other one, and this one came down to $19.17. I then picked up a mascara from CoverGirl. This is the Flamed Out Mascara Max Volume. I like the look of the brush on this one. I feel like it's that nice hourglass shape. I thought that the shape of the brush actually reminded me quite a bit of, I don't remember the name of it now. I know the Better Than Sex mascara by Too Faced, and also I think it might have been CoverGirl. CoverGirl Curves or Curved Out Mascara, something like that. But it looked pretty much identical, and I haven't been able to find that mascara since. So I'm hoping this is quite similar to that. This one came down to $8.97. I then got another foundation. Foundations here in Australia are really expensive, so when these are on sale, especially when they're 40%, they are the best type of makeup to stock up on. So this is the CoverGirl Outlast Stay Fabulous 3-in-1 foundation. I got the color 842 Medium Beige. This has been my go-to foundation lately. It lasts beautifully on oily skin. If you sweat, it doesn't, you know, come off, and it doesn't crease, it doesn't sort of separate or anything like that. Yeah, I really love the finish of this one. So this one came down to $11.97. I then picked up one of my Holy Grail face powders from Australis. This one came down to $7.17, and it's the Australis Fresh and Flawless Pressed Powder. I got the color Deep Natural because it's sort of the most neutral type powder that I use for most of the year. In summer I use the darker shade to this, and that's called Darkest Brown, but for the rest of the year I use Deep Natural, and I really love it. It's just a pressed powder. It comes with a little mirror and a sponge. I really love it. I use it just to set my foundation, and it does a really great job for my skin. So that one is always one that I tend to stock up on when Priceline have these 40% off sales. And I then picked up a blush, and I think these are quite new. I've only just seen these really in stores, and it's from L'Oreal called Le Blush. And I got the one in the color Nectarine. I thought this was a really pretty color, definitely right up my alley, sort of like that nice bright orangey type pink shade. They had a lot of different colours in these, but I typically always steer towards the orangey type coloured blushes. That's it there. And then this actually does flip up, and it's got a mirror and, whoops, a tiny little brush. So that's cute. So these were quite expensive. This one came down to $15.57. So full price normally these are $25.95, which is really expensive for L'Oreal, but I thought this came up as a really nice pigmentation. So out of the two that I picked up, I think I might actually put this one on. So I've got my Real Techniques blush brush, and these look like they're quite pigmented. I did pick up another color. This is the one I lean to first, so I'm just going to put that one on. Yeah, pretty, I like that. Definitely very pigmented, you don't need much at all. And I have this like, I think it's like a sunspot. It's a bit annoying there. I didn't cover it up very good with my makeup. but I actually have little sunspots all under my eyes as well, just from being outside. Yeah, I like that. It's a nice blush there. Very pretty. And then I'll just blend that out a bit. I feel like blush makes such a difference. It's one of my favourite things to use. So that is the blush. I've just had to turn the fan on because it is so hot in here. So it's probably really annoying. I'm so sorry about that. But that's the blush. I did a bit of a light application only because my foundation isn't too heavy. But I really like it. It's really pretty. Very, very pigmented. But this type of colour blush is right up my alley. I absolutely love it. So yeah, really enjoying that one. So that was the L'Oreal Le Blush in Nectarine. Once I had gone to my local Priceline, I then went to another one to see if I could find a few things that my local one didn't have. So my local Priceline didn't have any Physicians Formula, and I had kind of hoped to try and find the shade that I was looking for in the L'Oreal Infallible Foundation. So on my next receipt, I then actually ended up picking up another L'Oreal Le Blush. This is another one I had looked at because the colour was a little bit different than the Nectarine. So this was in Rosewood. So it's the same L'Oreal Le Blush in Rosewood, and so this one was $15.57 as well. And this is sort of like an orangey, like a terracotta orange, but it's a bit darker than the other one. I'll just compare the two so you can see. So this is Nectarine and this is Rosewood. So it's definitely a little bit more of a like a dusty rose, terracotta type of shade. But they're both two sort of blush colours I think I would lean to quite a bit. So I ended up picking that one up when I came across it, because when I had bought this one I couldn't decide, so I thought I would get this one anyway while it was on special. And I actually don't really have many drugstore blushes, so these are sort of some of the first two that I really owned. So yeah, really happy to have them, and yeah, definitely loving that Nectarine one. I think I will definitely get a lot of use out of that. I picked up a Rimmel lip balm, and I've never seen these before either, so I think these must be new. And it's the Rimmel Lasting Finish Colour Rush Long Lasting Intense Colour Balm in 200 Keep Mauving, and this one was $7.77. So it's just a nice balm shade, and it's quite sheer, but it does have a really nice mauvey type dark pink undertone to it. And they smell really pretty. They kind of remind me of like a candy cupcake vanilla type scent. I was expecting this to smell like mint when I first opened it, but it smells really pretty, very candy like. So I felt like that'd be just a really nice everyday lip color. I always reach for things like this to use on my lips for everyday type wear, so I thought that would be really nice to try out. And I love these jumbo type lip pencils. I find them just really easy and nice to use. So I also then picked up a eyeliner. Now I actually did have this and I have no idea what I've done with it. I think I've misplaced it or I've lost it. I have no idea. And it's the Rimmel Scandaleyes Waterproof Kohl Kajal eyeliner in black. I have spoken about this so many times. It's my favorite black eyeliner. Doesn't smudge, it stays put. If you put it in your waterline, it literally doesn't move. Absolutely love it. So I did pick it up while it was on sale, and this one came down to $5.97, which is an absolute bargain. I have so many of these. I do hope I find my old one. I don't know what I've done with it, but I have been looking for this so many times over the last few weeks that I realized I needed to buy it again. This is another new one I've never tried before from Maybelline, the Master Precise Blackest Black eyeliner. I have heard so much about this. People talk about this all the time, and I've never tried it before. Anything that gives you an easy eyeline type look is right up my alley and something to try. I've never really tried these types of pens before. This one came down to $8.97, which was really good. So full price, these are normally $14.95. It's apparently waterproof, wears all day, smudge proof, stain free, easy removal. So yeah, definitely looking forward to that, because I do hear a lot about this all the time, and I know a lot of people recommend this, so I'm really looking forward to testing that out. I was able to find the shade that I had originally looked for in the L'Oreal Infallible, and this is 220 Sand. I don't know if it's called Sable Sand or just Sand. So this one is quite expensive typically, so full price this one is normally $31.95, but it did come down to $19.17. This keeps focusing on my face. There we go. So with the two foundation shades I got, so I got 235 Honey and 220 Sand. When I compare them both, I really don't see much of a difference in the actual shades. I really don't know, but this one here is more yellow toned. So this one is a bit more neutral, but this one does come across a little bit more yellow. Because I mean, even from here, I feel like you can't really notice much of a difference. You can slightly, but if I didn't tell you these were different, I don't think you would really notice that much. So I don't know how they're going to apply. I still don't know which shade I actually am. I think I might be a bit more of this one, the sand color. I'm just going to have to test it out and see, really. So I'm hoping that if this, if the honey one is a little bit too yellow on me, maybe I can mix it with a different shade, or maybe mix them together to try and get through it. But I'll just have to wait and see. So if you have tried this foundation, let me know what shade you are. I'm typically an NW20 when I'm very fair. At the moment, I'm sitting about an NW30 because I have a bit of a tan. So I'm interested to see how I'm going to go, especially because I do have those neutral undertones. I'm a bit worried that this honey shade 235 is going to pull a little bit too yellow on me. I will just have to see. So the next one I got is another foundation. I know I'm terrible with foundations, but I always say to everyone, if you're going to pick up anything with the Priceline sales, get a foundation because they are really expensive. I got this Rimmel one. I don't think I've ever seen this one before, but the packaging looks similar to, I think I have a Rimmel foundation very similar looking to this, but it's in a tube, I think. It's the Lasting Finish 25 Hour with Comfort Serum, and this one is in 300 Sand, and this actually has a pump, which is really awesome. It's got all this sticky stuff down the side because of the security labels that they stick on it, which is feral, but that's what this one looks like. I did get one a little bit darker to suit me with my tan at the moment. This one came down to $10.77, so full price it's normally $17.95. Another one that I've never used before, but I picked up from Physicians Formula. I have been looking for this for a while, but I didn't want to pick it up until it was on sale. This is the Physicians Formula Eye Booster 2-in-1 Lash Boosting Brush Tip Eyeliner and Serum in Ultra Black, and it's 24-hour wear eyeliner. I've heard a lot about this, that people say that this makes putting on eyeliner really easy, and just like the Master Precise, I've heard a lot about this and I thought I've got to give it a go and try it out. So this one came down to $13.17 and it was $21.95. Yeah, so I'm hoping I can try some eyeliner looks and see how I go with using a pen, because I've just never done that before. Lastly, probably the only really pretty type item I picked up from Physicians Formula as well, and I actually don't own, I'm pretty certain I don't own any Physicians Formula makeup, anything. So these are my first two, which is kind of exciting. This is the Powder Palette Mineral Glow Pearls in Beige Pearl. So it's just a pearly type powder, so it's basically a highlighter. I thought it looked so pretty. This one came down to $17.97 and it was $29.95 full price. So I'll open this one up and have a little bit of a squeeze. I love the look of the Physicians Formula powders, but they're so expensive here. They range from $20 to $40, and I just would rather spend that money on MAC or something than buy these for that price. But it looks really pretty. That's what it looks like. Ooh, okay, so it opens up and it's got a really nice mirror and then a cute little brush. I imagine that top layer is an overspray, so I assume once I sort of swatch that, it will sort of come off. Very pigmented. I'll give him a swatch. Oh wow, very pigmented. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see that. Very sparkly. It's really quite pretty. It's definitely not as glittery and full on as I thought. I thought it was just going to look really all glittery, but it's just a really nice shimmer. So that is cute. So that's the last item I picked up. So with everything I got, I saved $108.14 on everything I picked up. I won't tell you how much I spent because it was a lot. I am actually meant to be on a makeup no buy because of my project pan. So I failed there, but I definitely made the most of making of what I picked up because I'm not meant to be buying anything. But also these 40% sales don't happen too often. I think we only ever get them maybe 2 or 3 times a year. I don't know if anyone else can tell me otherwise. I'm not sure how often we get them. But I hope you guys enjoyed watching what I got. If you picked up anything, definitely let me know what you picked up. If you filmed a haul video, let me know so I can check it out. I hope you guys have an awesome week and I will see you soon. Bye.